This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist Evan Thomason.
Hey, I'm coming. Oh, man. Hello. First Alert Weather Breakdown. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomason. Let's actually go into this real quick. It's getting a little spooky out in the Arklatex. Not gonna lie, this is not what I wanted this picture to be. I was trying to load up our sky camera real quick so you could see the outside first and see the storms pushing on by, but this also kind of sets the mood for Halloween. Let me try another sky camera, actually, that's hopefully working. Potentially. There we go. Mattress Plus Sky Camera. I tried to go into our Matthews landscape camera, the newer one that's closer to downtown actually first, and for some reason that's down. Sorry about that. And for the early morning hours, just trying to get that all together. But that is a live look out at our Mattress Plus Sky Camera again in Shreveport. This is located at our news station, just a little bit outside of downtown. It's only a 5-minute drive outside of downtown, and usually on a normal sunny day, you could perfectly see downtown. Excuse me, not today. We have the rain pushing through Shreveport and Bossier right now, and it is the front of the line as well. So, yeah, we have a lot to get to. We're basically tracking severe weather in our First Alert Weather Day here for your Halloween during the entirety of this show. So, buckle in. Some of you are already done with the severe weather, to be fair. Some of you haven't even seen any rain at all today, but you will, because everybody's going to be getting some, at least in some amount today. And then Shreveport, it is your turn right now. And this is going to be ongoing probably all the way through the lunchtime hour before drying up finally into the afternoon. We'll get into the timing in just a little bit. But hello, I am meteorologist Evan Thomason. A couple things to get into. First of all, hi. I've been here since 1:30 in the morning. I usually get here at 3, just so you know. The only reason I mention that is if I seem a little off, maybe that's why. With the sleep here for today. Mainly because I was prepping myself up for First Alert Weather Day, and thankfully, nothing too crazy, honestly, has happened today with this line of storms. It's still, don't get me wrong, we've still gotten plenty of rain from it. The rain totals for areas that have already gotten the full ounce of rain from the system already looking impressive. Texarkana has already picked up, I believe, 3/4 of an inch from today alone, which has been great. There's been some localized areas that I think have received as much as 2 inches of rain around Texarkana too, which is very, very impressive, I must say. For Halloween, we have I'll get into some of the funner gimmicks, I guess, after going over severe weather, because severe weather is definitely very serious. Again, it's just unfortunate we have this First Alert Weather Day on Halloween. I would have liked to do some fun things on here for Halloween. I have a trick maybe up my sleeve later on in this episode. We'll see. We'll talk about that later. So let's get straight into the plan here for today. Also, real quick, I meant to do this on Facebook. I'm going to be honest about this. I meant to stream this on Facebook, because I always think we get lots of viewers, especially during this time on our Facebook Lives, watching these certain streams with weather ongoing. Obviously, severe weather. Today is, again, a First Alert Weather Day here for Halloween. For some reason, our stream to Facebook is not working. I literally just tried it again as well and tried clicking the button that I normally click in, and it gives me an error. So, unfortunately, I cannot stream to Facebook. But we have all of our usual platforms up and running. KSLA.com on our live stream. I can watch myself on a live stream that's a little bit delayed on a screen that's right next to our web camera. And YouTube is also working just fine. I will go ahead and confirm that as well. Yep, YouTube is working just fine. Thank you for the comment, by the way. Volume is a little down. Let me turn myself up then. Thank you, Drekka, for telling me that my volume is down. I really appreciate that. That's how you know this is a podcast. This is how this goes in live time. All right, I hope this volume is better. I think it is. You can confirm with me as well. Again, I apologize, first of all, for the volume being way low, but thank you for telling me to turn myself up. I did. Hopefully this is better. If it's too loud, let me know. If I need to adjust it, let me know. Again, YouTube is how you make this a two-way conversation, essentially. Thanks to all of our viewers on YouTube as well. I know probably getting a little more tune in for more of a turnout here for today with the severe weather. For those of you just tuning in again, if grab people who usually watch this on Facebook, try to get them over to KSLA.com and on the YouTube. Again, I just want to repeat this one more time. For some reason, our Facebook stream is down. It's not working for the moment. I've tried the usual things to get it to run, and it will not do so. So, I don't know. I know we usually get most of our support on Facebook, and most of our audience is on Facebook, so if you can drag them over to YouTube or KSLA.com, yeah, that would be great. Good morning, D. Turner in Texarkana. Hi. See, again, this is how we make this a two-way conversation. Yeah, it's raining over in Texarkana. Is it still raining over in Texarkana? I don't know. We'll check out the radar in just a moment. That's what we're mainly going to be tracking here on for this episode. So let's get straight into what we're getting into here for today. So on a pretty sunny day, we'd have our exclusive content, which would usually just be about some weather topic or we'd interview somebody. But these are the days with severe weather that we use the podcast entirely for going over severe weather, so to speak. So I've cut this episode basically into two halves. The first block before commercial break, we're going to talk about First Alert Weather Day coverage, and that's basically just the forecast for today. That's all we're going over. That's it. Just the forecast here for today, for right now and the rest of today, and that's it. We'll talk about the forecast beyond today for Halloween after a commercial break. We'll still go over locally what's going on around here heading into the weekend. And heading into next week, guess what? We're still getting more rain. We're going to be talking about that as well heading into the first part of next week, too. So we'll also show the 7-day forecast then after one commercial break. So we kind of just split up the local forecast into two different forecasts, so to speak. And then the last, we usually do 2 commercial breaks and 3 segments. In the third segment, I might do some fun Halloween things. May or may not. As I said, it's kind of difficult because it's challenging to have Halloween and First Alert Weather Day, especially because we haven't had First Alert Weather Day in, I believe it's been over 2 months. We haven't had a substantial amount of rain in almost 2 months like this. So it's been quite some time, and just the timing with Halloween, man. I mean, there's people in here in costumes, and I got to keep your first alert. All I'm going to say is I'm not going to be the person that dresses up as, say, I don't know, Shaggy and goes zoinks and tells you about severe weather. Some people wouldn't take me seriously, and I get some critique for that. Gonna be honest. I know some of you might find it funny, but I gotta err on the careful side of things, okay? I am a First Alert meteorologist here for today, first and foremost, no matter what holiday it is. So yes, I reading the comments from YouTube again. D. Turner, yes, we are getting rain. Hopefully we'll get some cooler weather as well, or cold weather, it says. You will. I also, just so you know, thank you. I see more viewers tuning in on YouTube as well right now, which is good news. Again, one more time, Facebook is down. If you could get our audience on Facebook on here, because I know we usually post our streams for severe weather on Facebook as well. For some reason, our stream for Facebook is down, but you can watch us on pretty much any other platform. YouTube, KSLA.com, or on the live stream. That's the 3 ways you can watch. Unfortunately, Facebook, as I said, our stream just isn't working. I don't know what's going on. I've tried to figure it out in the minutes beforehand, but couldn't do so. Anyways, let's get out to the local forecast, shall we? Enough background chit-chat. I guess one last thing. Again, I've been talking to D. Turner on YouTube. First of all, hi again. If you have any questions or just want to say anything, respond to any comments, that sort of thing, we have a chat on YouTube where we can make this, again, a two-way conversation. I can respond to you. I can answer questions live here on this podcast. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's get outside. Mattress Plus Skycam is what we're looking at again here for today still. Let me get things set up a little bit more with the graphics. Let me just take a second. And the next thing we're going to be looking, well, what was our Matthews. We'll have to check this out because this is down now. This was actually working about an hour ago. This was our Matthews. This is our other camera that usually looks into downtown. And for some reason, that's down. Might be because of the weather. Who knows? It got installed weeks ago. I don't know. Anyways, main headlines here for today. It's a stormy start to Halloween. Most of our first alert weather day is for right now. For right now, this half of the day, the morning half, so to speak. Thankfully, the evening is when we're going to start to clear things up, and I really think the severest level threat is going to end probably 3 p.m. Just for the next 2 to 3 hours of this continuous rainfall as it continues to move down towards Natchitoches and over towards Ruston. I mean, it could maybe go till 4, but overall, I'm expecting things to mostly clear out by the time we get into trick-or-treating time. There could still be a few rain showers possible. We'll get into that future track a little bit later, but at least up until trick-or-treating time, things look optimal. Things look good. Things look great. All right, so next we have, I believe, the radar. Yes, we do. All right, let's go all into this. Just so you know, for those of you just joining the podcast for the first time, first of all, again, our new setup. Second of all, if it seems like I'm looking way to your right, if it seems like I'm looking way to your right, I'm looking at the graphics with you, okay? Unfortunately, I have to look all the way over here to know what I'm talking about. One of the things that's nice about being on shows is that you have the radar, whatever graphic that's on, is like right in front of you, in front of the camera. That's not the case here today. Pretty much all the podcasts, I gotta look at the graphics over in this direction. So I promise I'm speaking to you guys, but I will be looking in this direction to talk about the graphics to you guys. I hope that makes sense. So yes. Anyways, thank you for joining us again on YouTube. One more time, Facebook is down. All right. First alert, Doppler radar. Let's get into it. This is the line of storms here for today. We're mainly staying first alert, and we were mainly a little concerned about this line. It's been giving us some strong wind gusts here today so far. Let's go over a little bit of the past. Wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour across areas of Longview, Texarkana, also in areas of Idabel where this started early this morning. And again, we picked up some impressive rain totals along the way. Most areas getting at least a half inch to a 3/4 of an inch of rainfall here so far. Now, the initial line is what contains that heaviest rain band and also the strongest wind gusts. So this is moving right now. Let's zoom into Shreveport first. This is moving, looks like, mostly through Bossier at this point, actually, out towards the east side of the intersection of 220 and 20. It's starting to go out towards Houghton. Houghton's just starting to get the corner of it. Looks like the southern end of Shreveport's getting a lot of this rainfall as well, too. Lots of heavy rain there along that drive, and it's just starting to move to the south end of I-20 on the west side by the airport, which means it's just starting to kind of breeze past through Shreveport in a way. Elsewhere in East Texas, this is starting to move into Carthage, and it looks like it could approach Nacogdoches here soon as well in the next 30 minutes to next hour. On the northern end of the line, this is moving towards El Dorado, just about to approach Minden, too, with the heaviest band of rain showers. Then you see behind that heaviest band, it looks like we have a little bit of a break. A little bit of light rain mixed into East Texas and Marshall. And then we have like a little band of moderate rain showers, which is what Texarkana and D is catching on to. D says, I'm enjoying every moment of this rain. I'm glad. We need the rain, honestly. As I said, the timing's just unfortunate with Halloween. But the good news is we're getting this out of the way with now so we can successfully have a dry trick-or-treating time. So yes, the moderate rain showers, it's kind of the second round, so to speak, is going through Hope, Texarkana, Atlanta, and Gilmer. Now, if you're on the back end of that moderate band, you're pretty much done, which is only a few areas of the Arklatex. Let me zoom in. I know the radar disappeared there for a second. Mount Pleasant looks like they're done. Also, Idabel looks like you're completely done with the wet weather and the severe weather threat here for the rest of today. But what we're looking forward to is more rain going towards Natchitoches. Although you will see these stray, tiny pop-up showers in front of this line. One right now near Milam. I believe that's how you pronounce that. I'm sorry if it isn't. Excuse me. My throat's also dry. So yeah, we've also seen stray showers go in and around Natchitoches throughout the morning hours too, before Natchitoches catches on to that the bulk of the wet weather here, mainly heading into the early afternoon hours, and the bulk of that main line of scattered storms here later on this afternoon. So speaking of that, let's get into the threats one more time here for today. So yeah, we're expecting high winds, mainly along with a strong wind gusts and heavy rain pushing along with that. So it kind of makes it for a difficult, rainy, windy mix, so to speak. The tornado threat is low. I haven't seen a single tornado warning here in the Arklatex at all, which is great news. Great news along this line. And honestly, I'm not really expecting one in for the rest of today. I'm not really that impressed by the signatures given off by that line of storms. Flooding is not really a concern either, mainly thanks to, I know we've gotten at least an inch of rain in some areas, and it's a little tiny bit of a threat, especially because of our drought. The drought makes the soil unable to soak up as much moisture all at once, so to speak. But it's not as bad, especially because our cells are actively moving. You usually get that flash flooding issue when cells are stuck in one place for hours on end. Now, I mean, we could be dealing with rain in Shreveport still for, say, the next hour or two overall, but overall, the heaviest rainfall is moving. The cell is actively pushing eastward and southward, which is good news. It's great news for us. All right. So moving into the future track, I think this is the last thing I will go over until we take a quick break. So this is on for the rest of today. You see by 1 o'clock, you see that main line now moves into areas around Natchitoches and out towards Ruston as well, while the majority of us already start to dry up around, say, 1, 2 o'clock. Then heading into around trick-or-treat time. Most of us are done with the severe weather threat definitely by lunchtime. I don't know why that started moving then. On max 1. Excuse me. Yeah, so, anyways, there we go. I got control now. We're looking at a line of severe storms by Natchitoches around 2 p.m. again today. By trick-or-treating time, there you'll see just a few tiny isolated storms or stray storms, so to speak, that could linger into your trick-or-treat time, but the majority of the region stays nice and dry, and we're done. We're definitely done with the severe weather by trick-or-treat time, which is good, and then we'll clear out things pretty quickly heading into the late night hours before getting more rain on for tomorrow. If you have a quick question about that forecast, let me know. I will answer it. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a drink of water. Oh, man, this has been a long forecast already, but guess what? I know I've only been talking about today. We're going to talk about the forecast beyond today, beyond Halloween, coming up next. You stay tuned. I'll be back in a matter of 2 minutes. Just give me a quick break, take a drink of water, essentially. I'll be back. Heyo, welcome back to First Alert Weather Breakdown. Sorry for that brief pause there for just a moment for those of you watching on YouTube. I swapped over from the break, but then I realized that KSLA.com and our live stream was still on commercial break for another, 2 seconds. I accidentally took it early. So, sorry if I was just standing there in silence for 2 seconds. But anyways, I think you get the point. All right. I didn't even take a drink of water. You mind if I do that real quick, actually? I was talking to some of our tech behind the scenes about the Facebook stream, and we're still trying to get see how that can get working. Probably not for today, but for, beyond today. I was talking to them real quick about that. Anyways, all right. So let's get into the forecast for beyond today, shall we? And I'm mainly just going to show you two things. Most of my graphics have been mainly just controlled by, obviously, what's been going on today. Obviously, for the combination of today is a First Alert Weather Day and today's Halloween. Both of the combination of things have been on my mind. But I have two graphics for you moving on through. One for the weekend and one for the 7-day forecast, which we're going to go to in depth right now. Alrighty. So, for the weekend, again, this is a cold front moving on through. We'll show you the highs today, only in the upper 70s, actually, which will be nice. Not terribly. It will be super humid out, so that'll add a little bit of a factor into it. But it's a cool down is a cool down. You know what I mean? Highs still reaching into the lower 80s in time here for the weekend. Notice the rain. It's still around. In fact, we have a tiny chance of rain still around here for tomorrow. Tomorrow's expected to be a mostly cloudy day with a stray few rain showers still around. So, even though we're done with the severe weather threat once it leaves, that is, and then we're done with that after today, rain still kind of hangs around. Today is kind of, or I should say yesterday, was kind of the stretch of a rainy period of time. This isn't just something that comes and we go right back to our sunshine. We're not going to expect to go back to our sunshine, actually, until next week. Like middle of next week. Let me show you the 7-day forecast. 7-day forecast goes up until Wednesday of next work week, and there's still rain on it. We got rain coming here for the first half of next work week. Again, today is the First Alert Weather Day. 78 is our high. Obviously, you see those great rain chances, especially for areas around Shreveport, eastward. Most of that's in for northwest Louisiana. Just stray rain chances if you're anywhere else across southwestern Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, and eastern Texas that have already dealt with the rain and aren't seeing any anymore. You're pretty much done. Once you've seen everything move on through, you're pretty much done in for today. Lower 80s in for Saturday and Sunday, also for Monday too. And then guess what? We have let me show you the full 7-day forecast. Block on my head. We have another cold front, another one coming through. And guess what day that also falls on? Funny enough, another holiday, Election Day. Next Tuesday, 70% chance of storms. Let me just show you already. I mean, we usually don't show rain chances that high well in advance, like 6 days out in advance, but we're pretty confident that it will rain this coming Tuesday, which is, again, still 5 to 6 days out. It's looking pretty potent at this time, and may I even add, next Tuesday, first of all, let me discuss the rest of the 7-day forecast before I get into specifics about next Tuesday. We are still going to have a little bit of some leftover rain showers still around for Wednesday. And look at that high, 73 degrees. That high is definitely going to drop thanks to that cold front on Tuesday. The last thing I will say about Tuesday, watch out. You heard from me here first. I'm not going to call it yet because, first of all, I'm not the person who calls the shots to declare a First Alert Weather Day. But Tuesday is on First Alert Weather Day watch, meaning I sincerely think by how our weather models are looking, by how some of the tools and gadgets that I look at are panning out and how they're so far looking here for next Tuesday could potentially be a severe First Alert Weather Day as well. Could be. It isn't officially. We don't do that until closer to the day, but yeah, some of the parameters we're seeing are not looking that great, and it's looking like severe weather is coming back at the first part of next work week. So just something to keep an eye on, definitely. Unfortunately, right on top of another holiday, Election Day, funny enough, But yeah, stay first alert. Stay first alert with us here on KSLA News 12. All right, so let's look at your full forecast. It's now 10:55. I'm going to take one more break. If you have any comments, any questions about anything we discussed today on the stream, about anything on the forecast, you let me know. You let me know, all right? I can't read your mind. It's not even I can't read your mind at all. Just ask a question. Again, YouTube is how we have a two-way conversation. So, hope you have a good day today. D, I'm glad you've enjoyed the rain. I hope people have enjoyed the rain before we clear things out by trick-or-treat time here later on today. All right, coming up, we'll maybe do a Halloween gimmick or two, talk about some things with that, and we'll look forward to tomorrow's episode. You hang around, hang 10. I'll be right back, and maybe I'll also answer any final questions on YouTube. I'll see you guys after one last break. Bye. Hello. Watcha. I'm Evan Thomason, meteorologist, KSLA News 12. Okay, that was just I don't know, fun little bit with Clark Kent. The truth is, I don't have a costume at all today, at all for Halloween. Okay, part of the reason why was I knew I was doing a first alert weather day, and as I mentioned earlier in this podcast, I mean, if I dress up as anybody and kind of go over severe weather, some people would take that, the wrong way. I understand, and I myself too always want to take severe weather seriously, especially on a first alert weather day. Just kind of unfortunate that it kind of panned out with Halloween. We did have a funny moment though on the morning show. We had tons of funny moments on the morning show, but a moment where I was a ghost very briefly. You'll have to check out that moment on my Facebook, meteorologist Evan Thomason. You can go there. You can also go to my Twitter, or X if you call it that. The video is on both platforms. Just search up meteorologist Evan Thomason. You'll find the moment in from the morning show. Essentially, for like a behind-the-scenes look, if you already saw that video, what happened was that I'll go ahead and give a quick behind-the-scenes. I was on camera for just me, myself, and I on the green screen. That's how the producers lined it up, and then it was going to be 2 boxes between me and then the desk, which included Dom and Steven. And then it would go full to Dom and Steven. But for some reason, when we did 2 boxes, it wouldn't include me in the picture, no matter what I did. So all I did was have to toss over to Dom and Steven once it went to the 2 boxes. I just wasn't there just because it wasn't working. So I just did a kind of a play on play on everything and turn myself into a ghost just for a few minutes. Anyways, cool little bit. All right, let's get out of here. I don't see any more questions or anything else on our YouTube feed. Thank you very much for watching. Before you go, though, if you're new here, send us a topic. On sunny days, we still talk about so much. 10:30 every single weekday. We still have another episode coming tomorrow, even though tomorrow should be better weather-wise than today. We're mainly talk tomorrow about sports forecasts leading into the weekend. I believe both the Saints and Cowboys are in action, as well as Grambling as well. I think LSU is on bye. I think LA Tech already played this past Tuesday, and I think NSU, Northwestern State, is also on bye too. But we'll look at the games in for the weekend and get you some sports forecasts cooking up here for Saturday and Sunday. Now I have to plan what the heck I'm doing next week, which takes time. And I usually plan that out on Fridays. I definitely haven't had any time to plan it out today due to all of the storms around. But yeah, I'll be doing all my planning for next week tomorrow. So guess what? This is the perfect time, literally the perfect time to send me an email, weatherbreakdown@ksla.com. Or you can do that, or you can also send me a message on Facebook and be like, hey, Evan, on either of these two platforms, you can be like, hey, Evan, I want you to talk about this. Maybe talk about how tornadoes are formed. Maybe talk about how much rain we got from this weather event, say, last Thursday. Evan, talk about the drought maybe a little more. Anything and everything, weather-wise. To your heart's desire, I will talk about personally. Again, that's your two outlets, weatherbreakdown@ksla.com or on Facebook as well. Again, tomorrow, sports forecast, join us. I checked for YouTube one last time, and I don't see any more questions about the forecast then. I'm going to leave you on one last note before I say goodbye. Again, sorry about the Facebook stream. I would have loved to set this up on Facebook, especially because that's, again, where most of our audience is. Gets most of their attention, especially when it comes to severe weather coverage. I was talking again with one of my peeps during the break here briefly about it. And I think it has to do with the new move. Again, this is a brand new physical setting for the podcast as of this week. The first day it debuted was on Monday. I don't think I've seen a Facebook stream done from this location here yet. So it might have been something to do with the move. I don't know. We'll see. Our tech's going to get into it, and hopefully this will be the only time we run into these certain issues, so to speak. We'll give you first alert. I won't even mention it on tomorrow's episode, even though I don't even think I'm going to stream on Facebook tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on. Happening behind the scenes. Again, sorry about the no Facebook stream here today, but at least we're always able to reach out to our 3 other platforms. I also want to thank Dereka, I believe that's how you say your name, and D as well for tuning in, and also more in particular for both of those people commenting on YouTube. Thank you very much. I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm talking more than just to myself, so to speak, in just a corner of the room, which is basically what this is. They put us in the corner of the room so we're more isolated, and also so we don't hear the newsroom as much, which is great. But at the same time, you feel a little secluded. You know, you're tossed away in a corner just ranting on about the weather, like some hooligan. All right, that's enough talking for me today. Again, you stay weather aware. Wish the best for those of you, especially having to deal or travel through this weather. Again, it is a first alert weather day still for the next few hours. Matt will probably cancel it this afternoon, honestly. Again, the last of the severe weather will probably roll through Natchitoches in the next 2 to 3 hours. It's already starting to damper down just a little bit in Shreveport and Bossier outside our news station out right now. Again, join us tomorrow at 10:30 for the sports forecast. I'm meteorologist Evan Thomas, and you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching KSLA News 12 First Alert with a Breakdown. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure being here for you guys. I appreciate it very much. Forgot to say, these glasses are just blue light glasses. I mean, I between looking at graphics, between looking at the camera for news, between looking at the camera also for podcast, I'm doing this for most of my work day is looking at screens. So these just help with the blue light occasionally. I don't wear them on air because, I don't know. They're not a look. Maybe they are. Let me know. Anyways, Again, I'm talking too much. All right. Thank you for joining First Alert Weather Breakdown. I'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 for the last day of the work week on Friday with the sports forecast then. You have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy the cooler temperatures around, and happy Halloween to you. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.